This episode brought to you by W Energy Drinks. Link for discount in the description down below.
Okay, what type of video am I going to be doing today? A review of an anime, good, bad, or controversial. Oh boy. Hey guys, Galactic Knight here. So, how does an anime that takes place in an MMORPG be so divisive online? Based on the light novel of the same name, the anime about a group of beta testers being trapped in a VR MMORPG create a reputation of being one of those animes that people either love or hate. Seriously, this is basically the anime equivalent of Man of Steel. You either love this anime or loathe this anime. There is no in between. And yes, just like Man of Steel, the debate flooded the internet. Even though the premise and world building received positive reviews, the character development was well criticized as either commonly fall flat or oddly detached. And that's with the hero and villain of the anime. So much so that the abridged version improved the personalities of the characters.
I'm getting real tired of your first year psych student bullshit.
So, does this anime deserve the love or the hate it gets online? Either way, I feel like the fan base is gonna break down my door with a battering ram. This is Sword Art Online. As the credits roll, we see in 2022, Mankind created a game that is a virtual reality massive multiplayer online game called Sword Art Online.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
I would make a joke about this, but I'm pretty sure everyone has a 2020 joke stuck in their head already. As we see plenty of excited players logging into the game, we see a beta tester named Kirito, dubbed by Bryce Papenbrook, teaching another player named Klein, dubbed by Kirk Thornton, XP hunt boars and discussing the game.
An RPG without magic. That's a bold decision, man.
In most cases, not really. After a few minutes of praising the game, Klein sees that the logout isn't in the menu screen.
Oh well, today's what? The first day out of beta? There's bound to be some bugs.
Oh, I'm getting Star Wars Battlefront, Final Fantasy XIV vibes here. Klein tried plenty of other ways to log out of the game, including contacting the game master, but none of that seems to work.
Oh my god, my teriyaki mayo pizza and ginger ale!
Why don't you just contact the game master?
Fun fact, teriyaki mayo pizza is a very popular pizza in Japan. Sorry, back to the review. Every gamer that logged in has been teleported to the town of beginnings as a giant rogue figure appeared identifying himself as the game's creator. Kaiba Akihiko, dubbed by Mark Dirazan, has told everyone there that he removed the logout option from the game, trapping all of them in there. He also says the headgear called the nerf gear cannot just simply be removed or else it will kill them. Yeah, that's why I usually buy physical games. We keep the games we buy and no life-threatening situations. He also informs that if they happen to die in the game, they die for real. And the only way to escape the game was to complete it, which meant clearing all 100 floors of Eincard and their bosses. You know, I would make a joke that this is ripping off Spy Kids 3D, but then I realized that creators had to watch Spy Kids 3D, and then I realized why would anyone waste their time watching Spy Kids 3D? At that moment, a huge blinding light changed the players into their true appearances, and Akihiko tells everyone why he's doing all this.
Ultimately, my goal was a simple one. The reason I created Sword Art Online was to control the fate of a world of my design.
And
That's it.
I really hope Dorkly does a villain assistant video with this guy, cause that is the stupidest reason to do all this. Announcing the conclusion of the tutorial, Akihiko vanished.
We're fucked!
Everyone, of course, starts to panic within the situation they are in. You see, this is the difference between Eastern and Western gamers. A lot of Western gamers would be like this.
Awesome!
Kirito quickly took action and tried to bring Klein with him to the next nearby village, stating that the surrounding resources would soon be limited. However, Klein told him that he could not come with him as he did not want to leave behind his friends in real life who were still in the plaza somewhere, and politely told him that he should go ahead by himself as he planned to go back to lead and protect his friends with the lessons that Kirito had taught him.
You look better like this. way cooler than your avatar.
No offense, but he looks very generic. I've watched plenty of anime and I've seen thousands of anime characters that have that hair and face design. I don't know, maybe I'm just picky with character designs. Kirito ran through the town and outside the gate, vowing that he would survive in this game world and be free from virtual imprisonment. As we cut to the next episode called... What was the name of that title again? Maybe if this was a Genshin Impact game. A meeting is called at the town center of Tolbana, led by the self-proclaimed knight, Divel, dubbed by Sean Chiplock, and announced that his party had found the boss room at the top of the labyrinth. Suggested the players to form parties with each other as a raid group would stand a better chance against the boss than a typical party. So, the typical MMORPG plan. Kirito panicked when he saw that practically everyone else had already formed parties. He noticed a hooded girl named Asuna, dubbed by Jeremy Lay, along and asked her to form a party with him, which she accepted. Jeremy Lay, where have I heard that name before? Wow, that is a lot of stuff. I didn't know she voiced V in Cyberpunk 2077. Good for her. After the parties had been formed, the meeting was interrupted by a player who introduced himself as Kibao, dubbed by Derek Stefan Prince, which he demanded an apology from the beta testers for the 2,000 deaths in the game. However, another player named Agile, dubbed by Patrick Sykes, intervened and defended the beta testers, stating that they should not be fully blamed for the tragedies of the fallen players. Pulling out a guidebook, he stated that this book, which was accessible to everyone, was created through information of the game provided by the beta testers. Gamer rule number 1, always read the manual. Divel told everyone how to beat the boss and planned to attack it on the next day. At night, Kirito and Asuna have dinner and have a little chat. That she came to the town not to enjoy food, but rather be herself and not rot away in the first town. Yeah, I didn't get it the first time either. The next day came as the group entered the boss area and the battle commenced.
Okay, level with me. Is this the first time you've ever been in a party?
Well, duh.
As the group was fighting, Kirito noticed Asuna got good skills. Kirito also noticed that Daibal went after the boss himself and got killed. Insert Leroy Jenkins fail here. As Daibal's health quickly dropped to 0, Kirito tried to give him a healing potion, but Daibal rejected it. In his last moments, Kirito realized that Daibal was after the last attack bonus item and was also a beta tester like him.
Please, you have to defeat the boss for everyone here.
Okay. So with Asuna's help, Kirito was able to defeat the boss and gain the attack bonus, the Code of Midnight. Everyone celebrated their victory until Kaibao and his group reminded everyone about Deval's death, stating that Kirito let him die by withholding information about the boss's attack pattern, and accused him of being a beta tester. Also, I did not put the abridged version for his laugh.
So you guys think I used to be a beta tester? It's not cool to put me in the same class with those noobs.
As a result, he had more knowledge than any information broker. Kaibao and many players in the clearing group then accused Kirito of being a cheater before one of them categorized him as a...
He's a beater! Well, not everybody! You can call me a beater.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Kirito soon left the group behind and proceeded to open the gate to the next floor. Asuna briefly stopped him and asked how he knew her name.
If you look right about here, you'll see another HP gauge under yours. There's a name written right next to it, yeah?
Yeah, that's why most players don't use their real name. We start the next episode in a tavern on the 11th floor where a guild called the Midnight Black Cats are celebrating after Kirito saved them. The guild leader, Kaida, dubbed by Lucian Dodge, extended an invitation to Kirito after he learned that he was a solo player. Hiding his true level, Kirito joined as a temporary member until the guild could be independent without him. Kirito also asked to help with the stat development of another player named Sachi, dubbed by Xanthi Huning. A month goes by as they fight off a praying mantis monster. Ah, they did the Square Enix route. Here's hoping the MMO will blow sky high. As they read that an assault team made it to the floor 28, and they announced to reach level 30 to help with the assault team. Shocking the group, Kirito also announced that the guild has made 200,000 coal, which is game currency.
Buying a house of our own doesn't seem like such a pipe dream anymore.
In this economy, I wish. After coming back from training to maintain his level, Kirito gets a message from Kaida that Sachi has gone missing and finds her within the drains of the city and with this tracking skill. She, of course, is tired of the game, and Kirito tries his best to comfort her and lets her sleep in his room. I know that might sound dirty, but I assure you it's not. When Kaida was gone to buy a house, the other members decided to impress him by getting items from the labyrinths near the front lines. Kirito tried to object, but the members insisted they were strong enough. The guild traveled to the 27th floor as they discovered a treasure chest that activated a trap. Weird that chest didn't turn to a mimic. Kirito tries to defend himself and reach Sachi while witnessing the other members fall one by one due to their low levels. Despite Kirito's effort to protect her, Sachi was killed as well. She had said something right before turning into polygons, but Kirito did not hear what she said due to the crisis. If she said there's still hope for your mother or the cake is a lie, I'm out. 7 months later, on December 24th, 2023, Kirito met with the information broker Argo, the rat, dubbed by Kimberly Ann Campbell, questioning her about the location of the Christmas event boss.
Hey, this wasn't in the beta test. It's a first-time event. How am I supposed to know what's gonna happen?
So we went from Blizzard to Final Fantasy to Ubisoft. There's more video game references in this anime than a Super Mario Bros. Movie. Kirito went off on his own, thinking that the event boss would have an item to revive Sachi. Kirito then headed off to the 35th floor dungeon, the Forest of Wandering. Along the way, Kirito was followed by Klein and his guild, Burren Chasm. Klein initially wanted to fight alongside Kirito against the Christmas boss, but Kirito refused. As Klein tried to convince his friend, another guild, the Divine Dragon Alliance, appeared near the location. Klein and his guild members decided to hold off the opposing guild while Kirito handled the boss, Nicholas the Renegade. Again, a very common theme in most video games. Kirito managed to defeat the Santa-themed boss and tossed the revival item to Klein.
It says must administer to affected player. Within 10 seconds?
And like most RPGs, some of the events turn out to be useless. Kirito then headed back to his home and sulked in front of his desk while waiting for morning. Suddenly, Kirito was alerted by an incoming message in his inventory. To his surprise, he had received a recorded message from Sachi that it was time to appear on Christmas Day. She tells him that if she got killed, it wouldn't be his fault and that she knew how powerful he was. She ended the message by humming Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and thanking Kirito for all the time he had spent with her. So that was Sword Art Online. I think I like the abridged version better.
So, can we talk about my problems now?
Ugh, no one cares.
I think the main problem this anime has, it's the motivation of the characters. The decisions they make either don't make any sense or are just unreasonable. But I can see why people would be fans of this too. The world building is like an MMORPG, as well as the action is a spectacle to watch. It just lacked in the characters and the story development. I'm glad this helped popularize web novels, VR, MMORPG, and isekai fiction, but for me, I'm just not a fan. I'm Galactic Knight. I'm just getting prepared for the Flame War.